Welcome back to another segment of the tour of my absolute Batman collection. If you're new here, we've already done a couple parts of this, so make sure to check out the description and go back. We're gonna start it off with issue number 16. All of this leading into the next segment, which is gonna be the exclusives, the signed books, the annuals, the foils, all the crazy big boy books. Again, starting it off right off the rip with issue number 16, the main cover. No key significance, but it's weird because this is the first crossover with Wonder Woman into the Absolute Batman universe, and Absolute Batman was crossing over into the Wonder Woman universe at the time. This is where they slowed down on the variants a little bit because of the crossover stuff with only 11 variants, and this is high end going for about $8. So this is when they were super printed. Print counts were going up a little bit more, but I just love the main cover. I love Absolute Wonder Woman. I love how each of the books kind of crosses over with each other. And then I only have the main cover and the 1 in 25. So the 1 in 25 was done by Riccardo, I'm gonna butcher this, Federici, but again, another gorgeous cover. The 1 in 25s at this point, 1 in 50s, they're not even worth much more than cover price, but I like being able to collect them, get them off my pull list. So issue number 16, 1 in 25. Here is another massive jump in the Absolute Batman with variants, and it's just gonna go through the moon at this point. We have Absolute Batman issue number 17. This has 35 different variants going on the high end of cover price $5. This was the introduction of Poison Ivy in full. Previous camo occurred in Absolute Batman 10 when Bruce Wayne enters the Isley ecosystem at Arc M. So I think that was in the Arc M special, multiple first appearances in that one. And this is also the introduction of the Court of Owls. So we have the main cover here. I remember when this one was coming out, this was when the variants were going crazy. Everybody seemed to have any exclusives. Everybody thought Poison Ivy was going to be super huge, but I think she only lasted like 1 or 2 issues, and now she's like a puddle in a vial being tested on. So who knows if we'll see her again, I'm sure. But we got the main cover, cover A, and then I love the Eric Canetti cover. I actually have this whole thing just off cam in a 11x17 framed print, got that signed by him, picked it up at HeroesCon. So this was, out of all of them, by far my favorite cover, and it's actually one of my favorite covers from the entire run so far as well. And then we have the Clayton Crane. Had to get this one. Like I said, I just have everything on my pull list, all open order covers, and the 1 in 25s and 1 in 50s if they do them. And then we'll finish it off with the 1 in 25. So this one was done by Carl Kerschel, and I just love the style. It's more like an animation kind of style. I love the purples, I love the pinks, I love the line works. And you know, Batman's getting an animation, so anything that kind of fits that tone, fits the vibe, things like that just kind of stand out with me on the covers. So issue number 17, and now it's time to do another huge jump with issue number 18 with the variants. If you thought the last one had a bunch of variants, this one, issue number 18, 56 variants, another high-end cover price, $5, introduction of the Court of Owls in full. This was another one that continued with the Poison Ivy stuff. So many exclusives, it was insane. So if you're picking up all the exclusives, if you have them all, insane. I'm only picking up the ones that are my favorite artists, or the ones that are must-haves for me. And speaking of exclusives, we finally debuted our Absolute Batman issue number 22, Peter Seilenwald, Joe Benitez cover. Insane. So here you go. Issue number 18, cover A. Issue number 18, I think this is the Masafari. Muhammad Arsar and Mike Spicer. So again, I always talk about it, purples and pinks when it comes to line work and colors. Love that. And then we have another one of the variants. This one was done by, who's this? Frank Martin and Giuseppe Camicolo. So love. Don't really like the Absolute Batman face, but I love everything else, and I dig that the trade dress is on the axe. Just so dope. I love that his axe is part of his logo, always super cool. And then we have the 1 in 25, and this one was super dope. This one was done by Carmine Di Giandomencio. Totally butcher foreign names. It's one of the banes and kryptonites of my existence, but the Joker, Absolute Joker, Reflection, so sick. So that will wrap up issue number 18, and now we're going to do another big jump into issue number 19 with the variants. So we went from 35 variants on issue number 17 to 56 variants on issue number 18, and then this is when the floodgates really opened, and it doesn't stop here. We have 96 variants for issue number 19. Cover price $5 again because there's so many. Introduction of the Scarecrow in full Absolute Universe cameo in issue number 11. First team appearance of the Robins: Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Stephanie Brown, Tim Drake, Duke Thomas. Scarecrow, love. One of my favorite villains in the Absolute Universe and one of my favorite villains in comics right now. I just love his vibe. I love how menacing he is. I love how he's not shown too often, and then the things he makes people do is just insane. So love Absolute Scarecrow. So here we go again, 96 variants. Insane. Absolutely insane. This is where we started to see print runs go up. I think we were in the 2000s now. So we have issue number 19 with the cover A. Love this one. The Nick Dragotta, another one of my favorites from the run. I just love the reflection. Super dope cover. And then what is this, the Ben Oliver? Yeah, Ben Oliver, another great simplistic cover. Again, love that. And then another 1 in 25. Not one of my favorites, but the Ariel Olivetti. Definitely cool, but at least Batman looks huge. So my main thing when it comes to Batman, Absolute, you see how he's in Ben Oliver's cover? He's still ripped, he's still jacked, but look at him in here. He's supposed to be big, he's supposed to be beefy, he's supposed to be menacing, he's huge in the comic. So issue number 19 at 96 variants. The party doesn't stop here. Wait till you see the next one. Moving on to issue number 20, and this one, as of now, holds the title for most variants with 133. High $15, so we're moving back up. This was the one that got all damaged by DC with the printing, so I do have the damages and the second print. So if you have 9.8s, maybe they might hold a little bit of value, but there's so many printed, it's not hard to find, so don't pay up. This is debut of Robin's mech suits, and then in Key Collector, due to widespread printer-related damages, cover A's are selling for premium on the second market, but you can find tons of cover A's. 133 variants is nuts. Absolutely nuts to me. So again, if you're collecting them all, I salute you. Good luck. We'll see if San Diego Comic-Con has anything to do with issue number 22, where that one lies. I don't have that one in hand just yet, but that one is currently at 108. So we'll see. We will see. So we got the cover A, we got the cover B, or not the cover B, but the damaged second print. So again, I like at least they flipped the trade dress. And for Robins being on all these exclusives, they were only in like a panel and a half in the back of the book. So they're only in like one page. So it wasn't too exciting. Issue number 20, another one of my favorite covers. I talked to you how he needs to be big and beefy. This is another absolutely fire cover by Chris Anka. Love this cover. And then again, another super great one, clean, big biceps and everything. But this is the Martin Simmons. This was the 1 in 25. So this is one of my favorite ratios besides the Claymans for issue number 20 and through the whole run. So now we are going to finish it up with issue number 21 that just came out. Now we have issue number 21. I just don't have issue number 22 on me. It's still at my pull box. I'm always like a week behind, but we're going to get to that. And then speaking of my pull box, the 1 in 25 for this issue is still in my box. Shout out to ABX Comics and Games. So I don't have that on hand. We are now at Absolute Batman 21. Broke 100 variants with 101 because of Two-Face, everything. There was a ton of these covers. First cameo appearance of Mr. Zaz in the Absolute Universe, and first meeting of Bruce Wayne and Jack Grimm. So we have cover A. Still not sold on Two-Face. I dig his appearance. I love Two-Face and like the classic Tim Burton movies and everything. But I don't know, maybe it's the white hair, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I do love, we got cover B, the Penguin. I love that his crutches are guns, machine guns. Love his character design. He's so sick. Picking up all these David Nakayamas as well, even though I was at New York Comic Con last year when I picked up the Gatefold. You'll see that in the next segment where we show off all the exclusives, the signed books, the grails, everything you guys have been after is in the next segment. But I'm still grabbing the ones that come out because that way I can have them as that. And then of course, another 1 in 25. Just seems super basic, nothing crazy, definitely good art. This is Doug Mankey and David Barron probably on the colors, but nothing insane. So I don't have Absolute Batman 22, the main covers, but I do have our exclusives in hand, so let me show you those. So here you guys go. We already announced it on Instagram, but we do have 2 variants as well. So it's gonna be limited to 3,000 total print run. Each variant is 1,000. Coloring done by Peter Stalingrad. Absolute crushing the line work by Joe Benitez, inking the heck out of this cover. This is gonna be with us, Comic Tom, Rups Comics, Big Clutch, we're all shared. We're gonna be dropping on Whatnot and eBay, but this thing is mean, mean, mean. Harley with all of her guns. Love the trade dress. Been telling you how I love a big, beefy Batman. So there's that. We haven't shown off the other ones because these are the first time I'm having them in hand, so I'm gonna show them here first. But they've already been leaked here and there as well on the internet. You know how things go. So we do have a foil, look at that. The Joker, replace the eyes with the Joker. So we do have the foil, and then we do have the secret drop. So there you guys go. So hopefully that gets you excited. So this is San Diego. Like I said, Joe absolutely killing that inking, and then Peter just adding all that flair. So there you go. That is our Absolute Batman 22 exclusives. We are extremely happy to bring these. Shout out to Comic Tom, shout out to Big Clutch, DC Comics, everything, Peter, Joe, everybody at Rups Comics as well. We're gonna take care of you guys. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, do all that kind of good stuff, because you're not gonna wanna miss the next segment. It's gonna be the crazy annuals that sold out, the foils, the Felixes, the sign books, the exclusives, my sketch covers, slabs, you name it. The ones that everybody been hunting for, I got them. And remember, I have paid cover price for everything, picked them up at a booth, picked them up at a website drop. I haven't bought a single Absolute Batman book on the aftermarket, eBay, whatnot, anywhere. I've paid market price for everything. So hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Make sure you're staying tuned. Tons of San Diego stuff coming. It's gonna be a wild week. Gonna be all going live on Instagram. We'll be live on Whatnot. We'll be live on here. We'll be live on eBay. We'll be live on everywhere we can. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Collect what you love, stay legendary. But the most important thing, I hope you guys always find what you're looking for. Thank you.